Hi there, hopefully you've just moved on from the video why we trade for a living. Okay, this one is about why some people don't make money trading. Well, the main two factors in trading are fear and greed. Anyone that's been a member of FTSE100trading.com, or anyone that is a member, they know that the fear factor is taken out of our trades, or my trades, shall I say. I do this by setting all my stops are preset, and they're set very close. I try to make all trades 100% trade, and those stops are set at 8 points. If I do a 50% trade, so reduce my position size by 50%, then that allows me to do a max stop of 16 points, and so on. 25% would allow me to do a 32% stop. So the fear factor is eliminated. So there's some people that have mastered that. They have the preset stops. When the profit goes into, when the position goes into profit, they then move up their stops to break even, and yet they still don't make any money. The simple reason is they're not taking the profits. If you're new to trading, you think, oh, I'll take the profits, no problem. But unless you've been there, you don't know. People get greedy. It's natural human behavior. People get greedy. And even those that are disciplined still forget. I do it too. I get greedy. And I don't take the profits. But you must take the profits most of the time. By far the majority of the time. Keep the discipline. Take the profits. Also, there seems to be quite a few people that don't quite understand money management and the risks involved. So, by money management and risk, what it means is it is the maximum amount of money that you're willing to risk on any given trade. So, for example, you have a trading pot of £25,000. The maximum amount, you can do 3%, but we'll say 2%, which is good, and it's also easier. So, a £25,000 trading pot, the maximum amount of money you're willing to lose on any given trade is 2%. So it's 2% of 25,000. It's quite easy to work out. It's £500. Now, rather than an 8-point stop, we're making for ease a 10-point stop. So to work out how much money you would use per point is you simply have £500 and you divide that by 10 points. That shows you, it's quite simple, that 500 divided by 10 is 50. So that would give you £50 a point to play with on a £25,000 pound trading pot, assuming you have a stop of 10 points. FTSE100trading.com is a system that works. It's worked for years, and it will continue to work for many years to come. During February, it wasn't a fantastic month, but I didn't have one single loss. A couple of weeks ago, I just had a really bad week. And I lost and lost. But the important part of me openly telling you that I had a really bad week, is that the losses were contained. They're not 100-point losses. Even a beginner can recoup 10 to 20-point losses. It's very easy to recoup. If you're losing 100 points on every loss you take, I mean, that's just ridiculous. And how are you going to recoup those? And once you start getting into large losses like that, you get emotional as well. So you're then over emotionally attached to a trade, and everything starts to go wrong. It compounds into a nightmare. Keep those losses small and contained. Okay, going back to the money management, you have £25,000 trading pot. You know that 2% loss is £500. That gives you £50 per point to trade. FTSE100trading.com, in my mind, this is what I actually look for, is 30 points per week. So £50 per point to 30 points per week. £50 times 30 is 1,500. It's a very achievable target. You times that by a 48-week year, that'll give you 72 grand. So it's approximately 300% on your trading pot profit. If you did based it on an 8-point stop with a 3% risk, you would earn a lot more money. Last year I did 60 points. My target in my head was 30 points, but I did 60 points. So that 72 grand profit would then increase to 144 grand. But think, if you're starting a business, then I would say think big and look for the stars. But when it comes to trading, I would actually say the opposite. I'd say think small. If you think that turning 25 grand into 72 or even 144 grand is small, I actually don't think that's small. But it's very achievable. 30 points a week on the FTSE is very, very achievable. So going back to why some people can't make money, they've mastered the stops. They have the contained stops. They know how to move their stops up to break even. But they're not taking the profits. Okay, let's take last Friday for example. Just after 8 o'clock in the morning, I drew a chart. I showed my short entry and my long entry. They was neatly circled in a channel. They were approximately 50 points above and 50 points below the existing price, so I had to wait quite a few hours for it to go up. I was actually looking for a long, but I couldn't see a clear entry, so I didn't take a trade. It took quite a long time. It was near lunchtime, so I went out and started to mow the lawn. I got a shout from the wife, and I was filled at 4097, which was my target, as posted. I think it hit 98 or 98.5. It dropped 20 odd points. By the time I got back in, it was still down. I took not 20 odd points, I took 10 points. My normal target is 10 to 14 points per trade. If anybody scoffs at my taking 10 points, then I'll be very interested in how much they earn percentage-wise on their pot per year. 10 points is good. Don't forget that. 10 points is good. It's very good. If you average over the year, including losses, at just 30 points a week, you're doing very well. Apply the money management with the tight stops. It's easy to recoup a small loss. If you let your losses run through pride or whatever given reason, you end up with nothing. Don't get greedy. It's that simple. It's only you as the obstacle. Let's say I could give you trades on a constant basis. 100 people trades on a constant basis, and they're all going to be right, for example. You'll be amazed, but they all go back to break even regularly. You'll be amazed how many, probably the majority, would end up break even. Greed just takes over for most people. Don't let it happen to you. You can make money at this job. You don't have business expenses. You can go and live anywhere in the world. It gives you more freedom than anything else that you could ever do in the world. Anything. Only you can stop yourself making that money. Okay, I'll leave it there. I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.